hi crocheters of the world. In this tutorial we will work together on this shawl that I created from the it's a pattern stitch that actually I saw on the internet, and I already did a tutorial, and I think as a triangular shawl it's just lovely. This is the shawl, and this is actually, look at it, look at it, this is the sequence that we will need to repeat. It's filet and puff. It's one box, then 3 boxes, then 1 box, and we have 8 puff stitches around. So this is a structure. This is how it's made. Now the shawl is worked like this. It begins here on one side, then we go on and increase only on one side, and this is the side that we will work just normally with the filet. As you can see, it is worked on 6 rows sequence, and yes, it's a little bit difficult, but I think it's so beautiful that we can do it. Now in the tutorial I will work, this is the yarn that I use, you have the link below. It's this one. This is with a little bit of golden yarn in it, really lovely. This is without, you have the link below, and you need about 200 grams. So one of these, there are 2 in one pack, but you need only one. With the other one you can work anything else, but because the yarn is so beautiful. But in the tutorial I will work with 4.5 millimeters hook. This is worked with 4 millimeters and with thicker yarn, so I can so you can understand what I'm working. Now I highly recommend you to work with me the swatch and to put it in front of you while working the shawl, because you will have actually the graph. Okay, so believe me, it's very important. So the swatch will be worked in 2 parts. The very first part is this one, and is the most important because I show you actually how to work the stitch, I show you how to increase and how to go on with the sequence to repeat. The other part will be only with the decreases, because we will go on increasing until we reach the length that we want. I put below the video the measures of mine, and then we will just come back with the same number of rows. Okay, let us begin. So just begin working with me, okay? Don't think, just work. Chain 12, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, and yarn over. From the beginning count 1 2 3 4 into the 4th, insert hook and work 1 double crochet, chain 2, skip 2, and into the last chain work 1 more double crochet. These are the first 2 boxes of our filet. Chain 5. Always when we will begin from this part, we will chain 5 and turn, skip 2 chains into the double crochet, work the double crochet, chain 2, skip 2 chains into the 3rd chain of the beginning, chain 3, work 1 double crochet. Now let us actually begin with the pattern stitch. We will chain 2 plus 1 and we will work a puff stitch. Always, so the chain 2 is actually for the filet boxes. When we chain 1 more, it's because into that chain we just work a puff. You can work the puff as large as you want. It's the larger the better actually. Okay, here I put 5 or 6 times. Okay, so we work this, then we chain 1 and we work 1 more, and we chain 2 and we turn. Okay, chain 2 and turn. Yarn over, insert hook into the chain after the first puff, it's here, and double crochet, chain 2. Now we will work the boxes. Skip 2 chains, insert hook into the double crochet, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, skip 2, and into the third chain from the beginning, chain 3, insert hook and work the double crochet. Again, 1 2 3 4 5. Turn your work, and here actually, as you can see here, we worked 3 boxes. Now we will work 4 boxes till the stitch where you worked the puff stitch. So this is the first, chain 2, this is the second, chain 2, third, chain 2, and fourth. Okay, so this is what we actually have here. I will put here the stitch so you can just see. Okay, this you can just follow along on the one that is already ready, and we are like this. So we are here, and now what we want to do, we have to add the very first sequence. Actually, we have these two, we add the first sequence. Now to add it, we will chain 1 and work into it the puff stitch, first puff stitch, then we chain 3 and we work into the third chain 1 more puff stitch. Okay, and we chain 1 and turn. So we are like this, we chain 1 and turn. Okay, I turned. I will work 1 more puff stitch into the chain 1 and a chain 2. Okay, now yarn over, skip 1, skip 2, insert hook into the chain where you worked this puff stitch and work 1 double crochet, chain 2, skip 2 chains in between the 2 puff stitches and work 1 double crochet, chain 2, we work 1 plus 1 more, so chain 2 plus 1 more where we will work the puff stitch. Okay, and now we will just skip the first box, this one, and insert hook into the second double crochet, and from here we will begin to work our 3 boxes, fillet boxes. Just work with me, don't think, just work. Believe me, you are on the right way to understand this pattern. 1 2 into the third, insert hook and double crochet. This is what we have so far. Now this is 1 2 3, 1 2 3 4, and 1 2 3. We just worked the first sequence to repeat. Okay, chain 3 4 5, turn, yarn over into the double crochet, work it double crochet, chain 2 into the double crochet, work a double crochet. Now what I want to say now is that, as you can see, this portion here, this part here, it is just worked on this border, fillet border, so we will work it. This is the first row. Okay, this is the first row, 1 2 3 4 5, and turn, 2 fillet boxes, 1 double crochet, chain 2, skip 2 chains into the third, insert hook, 1 more double crochet, second row finished, 3 4 5, again, and this is the third. Into this third row we will begin again to work the pattern stitch. So I work these 2, I will chain 2 plus 1, and I will work 1 puff stitch. Actually, it's exactly that what I worked before. Okay, yarn over. Here I will work my on this sequence, I will work my 3 boxes. I have 1 box and now I will work 3 boxes. Insert hook into the stitch here of the, I will try to insert hook so to have 2 loops here like this, and work 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 more double crochet, chain 2, 1 more double crochet, chain 2 and 1 more double crochet into the puff stitch. So I just worked 3 boxes. So I worked 1, 3, and now always when we finish the row on this side we will add 1 sequence. Always from now on, always. So to add 1 more sequence we chain 1. So we will repeat this always when we finish here. We puff stitch, we chain 3, we puff stitch again into the 3rd chain, and now we chain 1 and we turn, exactly what we did here. We chain 1 and we turn, we puff stitch again into that chain 1, we chain 2, yarn over, we skip 2 puff stitches, and here into this chain we double crochet, chain 2 and 1 more double crochet into the next puff stitch, so actually into the chain. We just work this 1 box, chain 2 plus 1 and work 1 puff stitch. Here we will work 1 box to finish this, to complete this sequence. So yarn over, skip directly into the 2nd double crochet and work 1 box, 1 double crochet, chain 2 and 1 more double crochet into the next double crochet. Okay, this is 1 box, chain 1 and finish with 1 puff stitch. Okay, chain 2 to finish this row. We will skip this double crochet and we will insert hook into the chain where we worked it. Actually, again try to insert hook so you have 2 loops on the hook. 1 double crochet, chain 2, we will work 3 boxes, 1 double crochet, chain 2. This is the 1st, this is the 2nd and the 3rd. Skip 2 into the 3rd chain of the beginning, chain 5. I work 1, 2, 3. Let's turn back, 3, 4, 5, chain 5 and turn. Now it's easier because we are kind of repeating, we already repeat. 1 box, 2 boxes, 3 boxes, and 4 boxes. And 4 boxes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we already finished 1 sequence. Here it is. Okay, we have kind of cross. So 1 box, 3 boxes, 1 box, and our 8 puff stitches all around. And now we have to begin another one. To begin another one, we chain 1, we work 1 puff stitch. We chain 2 plus 1, we work 1 puff stitch, and with this we just begin another sequence. And now we yarn over and we skip directly into the chain here of this puff stitch. So on this sequence we need to complete with 3 boxes row. So we insert hook, this, and we just work 1 double crochet, chain 2, into the double crochet we go, we work 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet. We finish the row on this side, which means, so always when we finish the row on this side, we add one more sequence, exactly what we did here. So chain 1, puff stitch, puff stitch, chain 3, puff stitch, chain 1 and turn. Here we have 1 2 3, oh sorry, so here we will work 1 box, we will puff stitch, chain 2, 1 2, this is puff stitch, chain 2, yarn over, skip these 2 puff stitches, insert hook into the chain, work 1 double crochet, chain 2, skip 2 chains, insert hook into the puff stitch, chain here and work your double crochet, chain 2 plus 1 and work your puff stitch again. Now we skip directly into the second double crochet here on this sequence and we work the last box, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. Here it is. Chain 1, puff stitch. This is completed, as you can see. Here we will work exactly as we worked here. So we chain 2, double crochet, so 1 box actually, double crochet. I'm trying to always have 2 loops on the hook, chain 2, skip 2 chains here in the middle and work another double crochet, chain 2, work chain 1 more and a puff stitch, and now here we will skip 1 box and we will work the last 3. Double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2 and double crochet into the 3rd chain of the beginning, chain 5. Okay. Now this was, again, we worked these 1 2 3 boxes, 2 boxes and 3 times, and 1 2 3 1 2 3 4 1 2 3. This is the sequence to repeat. Now focus very well, let's get started and repeat again the sequence that you will need to repeat for the length that you want. Now this is the time that you have to focus on our sequence to repeat. So let's get started. There are 6 rows. Let us begin. We begin with a chain 5. We turn. So it's from here that we repeat. We work 1 box, chain 2 and the 2nd box. So we work 2 boxes. This is the 1st row, this is the 2nd. Chain 5 and turn. Work again 2 boxes. Into the 3rd we go and we double crochet. 2 rows. Let's go with the 3rd row. Chain 3, 4, 5. Turn. Work 2 boxes. This is the 3rd row to repeat. And now we can continue on with the so these 2 rows are worked only on the border. From the 3rd we continue on with the pattern. Chain 3 and puff stitch. then yarn over, insert hook here, and we will work 3 boxes. Into the double crochet we go, we work double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet into the chain of the next puff stitch. Chain 1, work 1 puff stitch. Chain 2 plus 1 more. We open another sequence here, so 1, 2, 3. This one is already completed. Chain 1, sorry, we don't chain, yarn over, so we worked like this, yarn over, and again the same thing here, work 1 and skip 2 chains, 1 double crochet, skip 2 chains, 1 double crochet, skip 2 chains, and 1 more double crochet. We add at the end of this third row, we end this third row here, which means we add 1 more sequence. Don't forget to add it, because this is how you increase. We add it like this: 1 puff stitch, chain 3, 1 puff stitch. Chain 1, we can turn our work. This is our 4th row of the sequence to repeat. Begins with a puff stitch, chain 2, yarn over, skip these 2 puff stitches, into the chain we go, and we work 1 double crochet, chain 2, skip 2 chains, into the chain of the next puff stitch, work 1 double crochet, chain 2 plus 1 more, and work your puff stitch. This is the 4th row. Now yarn over, skip directly into the 2nd double crochet and work 1 double crochet, chain 2, and 1 double crochet into the next. This is 1 box, chain 1, and work a puff stitch. Again, chain 2, yarn over, insert hook into the chain of the puff stitch of the row below, work 1 double crochet, chain 2, and 1 more double crochet, chain 3, sorry, so chain 2 plus 1, and work 1 puff stitch. Yarn over, skip the 1st into the 2nd double crochet. So as you can see, we are actually repeating the same thing. Chain 1 and work 1 puff stitch. Now we are at the end. We will finish by chaining 2, yarn over, insert hook into the chain of the 1st puff that you work into the 3rd row, and work a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. We will work 3 boxes. So 1 was this one plus the 2 of the border. Okay, we finished our 4th row of the sequence to repeat. We have 2 more rows to finish the sequence to repeat. Chain 3, 4, 5 for the 5th row. Into the 3rd and into the 5th row we add one more sequence, because these are the rows that we worked to this part where we add one more sequence. Work 1 box and the 2nd. Then these are the border boxes. Then we work 2 more. So we work 4 boxes into this 5th row. Into the 4th we worked 3. Into the 5th we work 4 boxes. Okay, and now here we finish the sequence. This row is really easy. We work one puff stitch, chain 3, 1 more puff stitch, yarn over, insert hook into the chain of the puff stitch, first puff stitch that you see of the previous row, double crochet into it, and now we work here the 3 boxes, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, and this is what we will repeat again. Chain 1, puff stitch, chain 3, puff stitch. Even if you will have more sequences, but this is how you will have to work into this 5th row. Puff stitch, exactly as I worked here. So 1 puff stitch, chain 3, 1 puff stitch, yarn over, skip this, insert hook into the chain and work 1 double crochet, chain 2, so 3 boxes. Don't forget at the end of the row to add 1 more sequence. So we will repeat this one again. Chain 1, work 1 puff stitch, chain 3, work 1 puff stitch, chain 1, and turn your work. Now we go on and work the last row of the sequence repeat. It's the 6th row. We begin with a puff stitch and a chain 2. Always into the rows, not even number, odd number rows, so 3 and 6 of the sequence to repeat. We always work like this, always. So chain 2 now, yarn over, skip 2 puff stitches, insert hook into the chain, double crochet, chain 2, skip 2 chains, insert hook into the chain before the next puff stitch, and here we worked 1 box, chain 2 plus 1, and work 1 more puff stitch. Then yarn over, skip 1 double crochet, insert hook into the next, work 1 double crochet, chain 2, 1 double crochet for the last box. And now we will just repeat these 2 sequences for this 6th row. 1 puff, chain 2, skip 1 puff here, insert hook into the chain, and these are the new sequences that we opened into the 5th row, and here into the 6th row we just work 1 box, chain 2 plus 1, 1 puff, yarn over, we skip into the 2nd, so as you can see we are just repeating the same thing, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet into the next, double crochet 2, work the last box, chain 1, puff stitch, chain 2, yarn over, skip the puff, insert hook into the chain of this puff and work 1 double crochet, chain 2, skip into the next chain of the next puff and work 1 double crochet, we finish with a puff, we finish with a chain 2 plus 1, a puff stitch. So if we have here chain 2, if we have here puff stitch, chain 2, we will finish with chain 2 and puff stitch. Skip 1 box, insert hook into the second double crochet, and we will work as we worked here, only we will work 3 boxes. We work 3 boxes. 1, and then the 2 boxes. So actually we work only 1 box, because the 2 boxes, these 2 boxes are from the beginning of the border. Okay, so if we don't consider the border, we have here a half of, as you can see, we have here half of a sequence. So this, okay, so here actually we worked only 1 box, because here we worked 2 for these 3. Okay, this is the 6 rows sequence to repeat for the length that you want for your shawl to be. Into the second part of the same tutorial, I will upload it, there will be soon. I will show you how to decrease, actually, so to work the other side, we will decrease exactly the same number of rows that we increase. And what I want you to do now is to work this part with me and then put me some feedback below this tutorial if you understand, you don't understand, because if you don't understand very well, I will repeat again a sequence, increase sequence, before I will show you how to decrease into the second part. See you at the next tutorial, so will be the second part of this shawl. Happy crocheting!